What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. Today we're going to talk all about the maximum DPS that you can run on your chest. In my previous video we discovered that that is not the Heartbreaker chest piece, so do go and check out my previous videos for all that information. But today in my Twitch chat we all combined mathematical brains, and now that the Heartbreaker has been changed, it's not quite as straightforward anymore for just slapping on the Heartbreaker chest and going for it. But just before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell so you're notified when I upload more Division videos. It really does help out. Coming over to Twitch, I could be streaming live right now, and hit that follow button. Or if you need a community Discord, be sure to find that link down below in the description. Okay, so let's get started. Now, this is the build you would probably expect here, give or take the mask, for people to be running with the Kingbreaker and Heartbreaker, depending if you like the Kingbreaker gun or not, you know, but very, very similar, high now DPS. And you're not going to be wrong with that sentiment. Some people like a few blues. I'm an all red runner, I always have been. But when I do absolute top end DPS for this, it hits really, really hard. Now, focus does hit harder, but it's very impractical to run because you need to be scoped in on an 8x scope or more. So generally, this is the highest DPS that you're going to be able to run with an assault rifle, for instance. And rip with the Delta. And we're back. Now, some people don't like this playstyle. Some people just like to be able to run, shoot the guns, and just get on with it. They don't like building stacks with a shotgun, and they don't like all the, you know, maybe in a high SMG type gun, getting the stacks up to 100 and then shooting away. And sometimes you can waste a lot of time building stacks because things can just die if you're in with your team or not, or you might not be able to build enough stacks. There's loads of different things. It's a very specific play style anyway, is what I'm trying to get to. But with the changes and the focus becoming top tier again, it made me wonder about other chest pieces. And then the obvious one to go to would be glass cannon. So we took the measurements from this build. So we took out the no stacks, and we took a headshot crit. And then we took to maximum stacks, and we took a headshot crit. And we made a note of them numbers, and then generated each damage number in between one stack all the way to 100. We then changed my build, and we changed my build to this, and we put in the glass cannon chest piece. Now, I know a lot of you are straight away going to say you've got no survivability, but I like running all reds. You could quite easily swap out whatever it is you're running. If you're running a blue in there or two blues in there, to swap the chest piece for a glass cannon chest piece, and you'll still be able to survive. You're still going to generate that same armor. Yes, you are going to lose it quicker because you take amplified damage incoming, but I think you will still be fine. So this is the glass cannon, and it is the sacrifice. It's obviously perfect glass cannon. We, you know, all the usual stuff. We capped out at 60%, and just a note, previously you saw the Kingbreaker here. We did all of this testing with the Police M4. The reason why, this gun for an assault rifle can build stacks. It fires that fast. You can build stacks. And especially if you're in a build where you're only going to need half of the stacks, you're only going to go to 50 because you're not running the chest. This will build the stacks. You don't have to use a shotgun, which then opens up other kind of avenues, going back a little bit, to being able to run the Scorpio for safety. Take down hunters really, really easy, etc, etc. So as far as survivability is concerned, I'm not too fussed, but I wanted to go all red to compete, and this would be what would be competing. And we came up with some very, very interesting results, which I'm going to throw on the screen in just a second. We also did exactly the same as this and put in a spotter chest piece, a regular spotter chest piece, so you're going to see the results for that as well. Okay, so here is the chart. Now what you can see here in the numbers over here, you can see perfect glass cannon, Heartbreaker and spotter. This was what we hit, like I said before, with a critical hit to the head with 0 stacks. And then we go all the way up, all the way down to 100 stacks. Now, what's important here for you to make, just before you check out the calculations, is you can see here on column A and column C, which is glass cannon and spotter, once it hits 50 stacks, the damage numbers stay the same because they obviously they're not able to generate any more damage. But you can see here, C, we carry on gaining damage all the way to the top. So that's why you see a very straight line on the red one, damage from low to the top, and then from the other ones you see they curve off and they turn into a flat line. So what's interesting about this is you can see at the far left hand side that Heartbreaker full set with the chest piece starts off with the lowest damage. Spotter then comes in just above it, and then Heartbreaker comes in just above that. And these are the builds that I showed you. They're my builds. So the numbers that you see here on screen might differ a little bit for you because these are actually my builds. But then what's very interesting is Heartbreaker with glass cannon outperforms both of these all the way up until this point here. And this point here is around 80 stacks to 81 stacks. So unless you're maintaining over 80 stacks of damage on the full Heartbreaker set, you're actually going to do more damage with perfect glass cannon and not running the Heartbreaker chest piece. Now at this point at 80 stacks upwards, the Heartbreaker absolutely flies and takes off. And don't forget, you get you've got the bonus armor to boot as well on all of these builds, because you're just running, we're not running the chest piece. Sorry, we're not running the backpack, so no extra bonus armor, but we are going to get bonus armor to help us out a little bit. But it's the same with Spotter. Now, the thing with Spotter is, this is actually at 50 stacks, and I think it's pretty easy on Heartbreaker to maintain over 50 stacks with the chest piece. So I think you're always going to beat out Spotter running all 4 pieces. But it could get close. You could run the perfect Spotter chest piece if you're lucky enough to get an all red version, and then you could, get that 5% bonus armor as well from the Uzina gear set bonus. But that's just something to think about. I'm trying to connect. I've just lost my internet connection. Rip. But we'll keep going. But you can see there's all this time here, not having to build up stacks past 50 because 50 is where our maximum is. So basically all this space here is where you're always going to be outperforming 4-piece Heartbreaker. And I think that's pretty insane, because you can get kind of taken away with numbers here that although Heartbreaker at 100 stacks does some really good damage, there's a lot of time below that. Anything less than 80 stacks, Perfect Glass Cannon is going to be outperforming it, and very constantly. Like you start, look at this, 818,803. We're down at 680,317 as our first shot. That is a lot of damage we're doing way before Heartbreaker has ramped up to 80 stacks. Now, I know what you're saying. It's really easy to get the ACS 12 out and just go away and get your stacks. But it's the time it takes to maintain over 60 stacks. Over 80 stacks, and the time to keep rebuilding it. With the Perfect Glass Cannon build, I was just using the Police M4 to get to 50 stacks all the time, and it just worked. I never was switching to the ACS shotgun unless I really felt like I was struggling to get stacks. So there's a whole different gameplay element here. With Perfect Glass Cannon, you're probably just going to run and shoot things with this build, where with the full Heartbreaker build, you're going to be swapping around. So what I'll do is I'll put some gameplay at the end. I'm not sure what yet, but I'm going to jump into a mission, see what it's like solo. I've not tried it solo. I tried it in the raid. It absolutely wrecked. It was fine. It was brilliant. Like I said, I'm used to running all red, so that might be what someone needs to get used to. But I'll put some footage at the end. Let me know what you think. What other chess pieces are viable? I think from Spotter and Perfect Glass Cannon, I don't think there's anything else viable to run like this. But Perfect Glass Cannon really does give it a really good challenge. And but just remember, these numbers you're seeing here, these are based on my build that I run. So I'll put the build on the YouTube channel for the Perfect Glass Cannon as well to follow up. I won't put it in this video, we've run too long already. But I will put that build on here, so that expect that to follow. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Is it just too much DPS and not enough survivability? I know that's probably going to come up, but let me know. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to sub, give us a thumbs up, and come over to Twitch. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Communication relay offline.
Excessive power detected. Increased probability of instability or overloading the power grid.
You're in. We need to locate the target.
High-value target detected. Hostile neutralized. High-risk hostile. Area secure. An agent has disconnected. Shade tech detected.
able to access the turbine now. Agent, you've reached the turbine. I need you to fix the power grid. You're in. We need to switch the power over to the new grid.
Warning. Fault detected with transformer. Safety protocols activated.
You're gonna need to expose the transformers and remove any rebels.
Power surge imminent. Follow emergency procedures to protect against accidental electrocution.
What the hell was that? It was electrified. Watch your step, Agent.
Stabilize power.
Incoming. High risk hostile. Evacuate.
Good go. New grid. This may take a while. Good work, Agent. Safe point. Move to extraction point. Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
System curtailed.
location. Hold tight. Nice work. You stabilized the power grid in this region.